my friends, how's it going? I'm on my way to work here, and I'm really digging winter right now. It's just really nice when it's not too cold. All right, so I got an email. You haven't heard that one before, and a while ago, and it was called The Flip Side of Rejection. And in essence, what the email was about was, how do you reject someone in a good way? Especially if that person isn't necessarily someone who would receive rejection really well. And we've talked a lot about rejection and how to handle that for ourselves, and I've talked how I got through it, and got freedom from that. But what about when you have to reject someone else? Which is a really, really good question. And I think there are two things to this that I try to keep in mind. And first one is, it doesn't do anyone any good to be fuzzy or unclear about it. I find that the best way to really reject someone is to be really clear. If you know that you're not interested in them, then it's a lot better just to let them know that, instead of trying to let them down like gently. I remember a female friend told me one time, like, how do I let someone down gently? And I basically answered her, don't. Because I think sometimes we want to spare people's feelings, but in the moment it can almost if they kind of walk away with the feeling like, well, maybe there could be something here in the future, then that's not going to be good for them in the long run. If you know you're not interested, it's better to let them know right away so that they can move on. I can remember it's 2 times where this has happened to me, where the woman was really straightforward and just basically said, hey, Christian, I have feelings for you, and like, it was very clear that it was more than just friendship. So basically, because I knew I wasn't interested in anything more, even though these were great women, so I just said, like, hey, which brings me to the second point, which is that it's really important that the person doesn't feel that they've done anything wrong in telling you how they feel, or asking you, or if they ask you out, or whatever it is. So just said, like, hey, you're an awesome girl, and you're really brave for telling me that and for asking me how I feel. So just something like that. You really like honor them, and like, you're a great person, but I am not interested in anything beyond friendship with you. I only see you as a friend, and I just want to be really clear with that. And both those times, the woman, one was over the phone, one was in a message, actually said, like, I really appreciate you being clear with that, because, like I said, then that person can move on. Because sometimes I feel we can say no with the best of intentions, or we can try and let someone down with the best of intentions just because we don't want to hurt their feelings. But sometimes I think we might do that just because we don't like being uncomfortable, because it is uncomfortable. We never want to reject someone. We don't want to, have to let someone down. Of course, at least most people don't. But I think those two things, like, honor them, don't make them feel like they did a good thing and that they were really brave for doing something like that, but at the same time be really clear with where you're at so that they can move on. Like, ask yourself, how do you want to be rejected? If you were asking someone out or letting somebody know how you felt, how would you want them to respond to you, and then respond accordingly to that? And I personally really like people to be very straightforward with me, because I think that's a lot better in the long run. Then at least and you can move on. So thank you guys for all your emails like this one. I'm really, really enjoying corresponding with you, and you give me such great ideas. You guys are great, so please keep doing that. All right, I'm almost at work now, so see you guys. So I forgot to answer one of the questions, which was, what if the person that you're rejecting does not handle rejection well? And take it from someone who used to be one of those people, because I was one of those people. I was not good at handling rejection at all. I was devastated because I had this fear of rejection thing, which I've talked to you guys about. So it was just this big thing in my life. So if they don't handle it well, and you've really done your part and you've honored them and been just clear, but really just done it in a nice way, then it's really beyond your control. You can't really do anything about it. So I think it's just important that you just let it go. It sucks, I know. I mean, we don't want to disappoint people, but it's not your fault. There's probably a lot of stuff from their past that's making them feel that way. It really has nothing to do with you. So I think that's really important to know. And also that what's actually gonna give them the breakthrough is this thing, you know, being highlighted. This pain that they're feeling when they get rejected is actually what's gonna bring them healing in the end, if they choose to go about it, you know, the right way. And that's what worked for me, just continuously putting myself out there and getting rejected, you know, time and time again. But eventually that's what chipped away at the lies, I think, which led to me getting free. So just be encouraged by that, and all you can do is your best, and then just have to trust that they can work it out with God and their friends. So that's it.